What if I told you that the most important planet in your birth chart for understanding your emotional world, your deepest needs, and your unconscious patterns isn't your sun sign at all? What if the key to your inner peace, your relationships, and your sense of security lies in a celestial body that most people completely overlook? Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Cosmic Blueprints Astrology. I'm Sino, and today we're diving deep into the moon, your emotional blueprints, your inner child, and the foundation of everything you need to feel truly at home in this world. The moon in astrology represents your inner world, your emotions, instincts, subconscious patterns, and deepest needs for security and nurturing. While your sun shows who you're becoming, your moon reveals who you've always been at your core. It's your emotional DNA, your automatic responses, and the lens through which you experience safety and comfort. But here's what most people don't realize. Your moon sign is often more accurate than your sun sign when it comes to describing how you actually feel and behave, especially in private or when you're stressed. It's the part of you that emerges when your guard is down, when you're with family, or when you need comfort. By the end of this video, you'll understand why the moon is called the Queen of the Night. Let's begin with understanding what the moon truly represents in astrology, because it's so much more than just emotions. The moon is your psychological foundation, the bedrock upon which your entire personality is built. It's your emotional nature. The moon governs not just what you feel, but how you feel, how you process emotions, and what you need to feel emotionally secure. It's your default emotional setting, your comfort zone, and your instinctive responses to life's ups and downs. Your subconscious mind. While the sun operates in conscious awareness, your moon rules your unconscious patterns, your automatic reactions, and those mysterious gut feelings that seem to come from nowhere. It's why you might react to certain situations in ways that surprise even you. It's your need for security. So the moon reveals what makes you feel safe, protected, and at home in the world. This could be physical security, emotional connection, creative expression, or intellectual stimulation. It varies by sign and placement. It's your relationship with the feminine. Traditionally, the moon represents your connection to maternal energy, whether that's your actual mother, your own capacity for nurturing, or your relationship with the feminine principle in general. This applies to all genders. It's your past conditioning. Your moon sign often reflects patterns inherited from your family line, your early childhood experiences, and the emotional atmosphere you grew up in. It's like your psychological DNA passed down through generations. So the moon governs intuition, psychic sensitivity, and your ability to sense what's happening beneath the surface. People with strong moon placements often have remarkable intuitive gifts. It's your relationship with change. So just as the physical moon goes through phases, your lunar nature governs how you handle life's natural cycles of growth, release, and renewal. Some moon signs embrace change while others resist it. And finally, it's your body's rhythms. The moon rules your physical rhythms, so sleep patterns, digestive cycles, and how your body responds to stress. Women's menstrual cycles are particularly connected to lunar energy. So understanding your moon is like having a roadmap to your inner world. When you honor your moon's needs, you create a foundation of emotional stability that supports everything else in your life. Your moon's house position reveals where in your life you need to focus to feel emotionally fulfilled and secure. This is the area that feeds your soul and where your emotional needs are most likely to be met. Now let's explore how the moon expresses its emotional nature through each zodiac sign. Remember, this is about your private inner world, how you process feelings, and what you need to feel emotionally secure. Aries moon, or moon in the first house. Your emotional nature is direct, passionate, and incredibly reactive. You feel things immediately and intensely, and you need to express emotions as soon as they arise. Bottling up feelings is toxic for you. You find emotional security through independence, physical activity, and being first or best at something. Your instinctive response to problems is to take action immediately. In relationships, you need partners who can match your emotional intensity and give you space to be spontaneous. Your challenge is learning patience with your own and others' emotional processes. You heal through movement, competition, and direct confrontation of problems. Your emotional superpower is your ability to bounce back quickly from setbacks and inspire others with your passionate response to life. Taurus moon, or moon in the second house. Your emotional nature is steady, sensual, and deeply connected to physical comfort and beauty. You process emotions slowly and thoroughly, needing time to fully understand what you're feeling before expressing it. You find emotional security through routine, beautiful surroundings, physical affection, and financial stability. Your instinctive response to stress is to seek comfort through food, nature, or familiar routines. In relationships, you're incredibly loyal but need consistency and reliability from partners. Your challenge is learning when to embrace necessary changes instead of resisting them. You heal through sensory experiences, so gardening, cooking, massage, or creating beauty. Your emotional superpower is your ability to provide steady, reliable comfort to others and to appreciate life's simple pleasures. Gemini moon, or moon in the third house. Your emotional nature is curious, adaptable, and highly communicative. You process emotions intellectually, needing to talk through feelings or write about them to understand them fully. You find emotional security through mental stimulation, variety, and social connections. Your instinctive response to emotional situations is to gather information and seek different perspectives. In relationships, you need intellectual compatibility and frequent communication. Silence feels threatening. Your challenge is learning to sit with emotions without immediately analyzing or explaining them away. You heal through learning, teaching, writing, and connecting with diverse groups of people. Your emotional superpower is your ability to help others process their feelings through conversation and to find humor even in difficult situations. Cancer moon, or moon in the fourth house. Your emotional nature is deeply intuitive, nurturing, and protective. You feel everything intensely and have an almost psychic ability to sense others' emotional states. You find emotional security through home, family, and creating a sense of belonging for yourself and others. Your instinctive response to threat is to retreat into your own shell and protect what's precious to you. In relationships, you're incredibly caring but need emotional reciprocity and reassurance. Your challenge is learning to set healthy boundaries without shutting down emotionally. You heal through nurturing activities, so cooking, caregiving, or creating cozy, safe spaces. Your emotional superpower is your ability to make others feel completely accepted and cared for, and your remarkable emotional memory that helps you understand human nature. Leo moon, or moon in the fifth house. Your emotional nature is dramatic, warm-hearted, and deeply creative. You feel emotions as grand experiences and need to express them in ways that feel meaningful and authentic. You find emotional security through recognition, creative expression, and being appreciated for your unique gifts. Your instinctive response to emotional situations is to either shine brightly or retreat dramatically. There's rarely a middle ground. In relationships, you need admiration, loyalty, and partners who celebrate your uniqueness. Your challenge is learning to validate your own worth instead of depending solely on external recognition. You heal through creative pursuits, play, and activities that make you feel special and appreciated. Your emotional superpower is your ability to bring joy and enthusiasm to others' lives and to transform ordinary moments into memorable experiences. Virgo moon, or moon in the sixth house. Your emotional nature is practical, analytical, and deeply service oriented. You process emotions by trying to understand and improve them, often becoming your own therapist. You find emotional security through being useful, maintaining order, and perfecting your skills. Your instinctive response to emotional chaos is to organize, analyze, and find practical solutions. In relationships, you show love through acts of service and attention to details, but you need partners who appreciate your practical caring style. Your challenge is learning to accept imperfection in yourself and others without becoming critical or anxious. You heal through routine, health practices, and finding ways to be helpful to others. Your emotional superpower is your ability to see exactly what needs fixing and to provide practical support that genuinely improves people's lives. Libra moon, or moon in the seventh house. Your emotional nature is harmonious, relationship focused, and deeply attuned to beauty and balance. You process emotions in relation to others and struggle with feelings when you're isolated. You find emotional security through partnership, aesthetic beauty, and maintaining peace in your environment. Your instinctive response to conflict is to restore harmony, sometimes at the expense of your own needs. In relationships, you're naturally diplomatic and fair, but you need partners who can help you make decisions and create beautiful shared experiences. Your challenge is learning to acknowledge and express your own needs, even when it might disturb the peace. You heal through art, music, meditation, and spending time with people who bring out your best qualities. Your emotional superpower is your ability to create harmony between people and to see beauty even in difficult situations. Scorpio moon, or moon in the eighth house. Your emotional nature is intense, transformative, and powerfully intuitive. You feel emotions at profound depths and have an instinctive understanding of life's hidden mysteries. You find emotional security through emotional intimacy, psychological understanding, and having some control over your environment. Your instinctive response to emotional threat is to either merge completely or protect yourself through emotional distance. In relationships, you need deep, soul level connection and absolute honesty. Superficial interactions feel meaningless. Your challenge is learning to trust and be vulnerable without becoming possessive or manipulative. You heal through deep psychological work, transformative experiences, and helping others through their own emotional crises. Your emotional superpower is your ability to see through facades to people's true motivations and to facilitate profound emotional healing in yourself and others. Sagittarius moon, or moon in the ninth house. Your emotional nature is optimistic, philosophical, and adventure-seeking. You process emotions through exploring their meaning and connecting them to larger truths. You find emotional security through freedom, learning, and maintaining hope for the future. Your instinctive response to emotional difficulties is to seek perspective through travel, study, or connecting with people from different backgrounds. In relationships, you need intellectual stimulation and partners who share your love of growth and exploration. Your challenge is learning to stay present with difficult emotions instead of immediately seeking escape or distraction. You heal through adventure, education, spiritual practices, and sharing sharing your insights with others. Your emotional superpower is your ability to find meaning in any situation and to inspire others with your unshakable optimism and wisdom. Capricorn moon, or moon in the 10th house. Your emotional nature is disciplined, ambitious, and deeply responsible. You process emotions privately and methodically, often approaching feelings like problems to be solved. You find emotional security through achievement, respect, and building something lasting. Your instinctive response to emotional challenges is to work harder and maintain control over your circumstances. In relationships, you're incredibly loyal and protective, but you need partners who respect your goals and understand your need for structure. Your challenge is learning to express vulnerability and ask for emotional support when needed. You heal through accomplishing meaningful goals, taking on leadership roles, and building secure foundations for yourself and others. Your emotional superpower is your ability to remain stable and strong during crises and to help others achieve their long-term emotional goals. Aquarius moon, or moon in the 11th house. Your emotional nature is detached, innovative, and humanitarian. You process emotions intellectually and often feel more comfortable discussing feelings in abstract terms than experiencing them directly. You find emotional security through friendship, intellectual freedom, and working toward humanitarian causes. Your instinctive response to intense emotions is to step back and observe them objectively. In relationships, you need friendship as a foundation and partners who respect your need for independence and social connection. Your challenge is learning to embrace your own and others' emotion irrationality without withdrawing completely. You heal through group activities, humanitarian work, and finding innovative solutions to emotional problems. Your emotional superpower is your ability to remain objective during emotional storms and to help others see their situations from entirely new perspectives. Pisces moon, or moon in the 12th house. Your emotional nature is intuitive, compassionate, and deeply spiritual. You feel emotions as fluid, changing experiences and often absorb others' feelings as if they were your own. You find emotional security through spiritual connection, creative expression, and serving those who suffer. Your instinctive response to emotional overwhelm is to seek escape or merge with something larger than yourself. In relationships, you're incredibly empathetic and giving, but you need partners who can provide grounding and help you maintain boundaries. Your challenge is learning to distinguish between your emotions and others without losing your natural compassion. You heal through meditation, art, music, water activities, and spiritual practices. Your emotional superpower is your ability to feel what others cannot express and to offer unconditional love and acceptance to those who are suffering. Your moon doesn't operate in isolation. Its aspects to other planets create the complex tapestry of your emotional life. These aspects can either support your emotional well-being or create challenges that ultimately lead to greater emotional intelligence. So harmonious moon aspects, the emotional support systems. Moon conjunct Venus. You have a naturally harmonious emotional nature with strong aesthetic sensibilities and a gift for creating beauty and peace. You're emotionally attractive to others and have an instinctive understanding of what people need to feel loved and appreciated. You find emotional security through relationships, art, and beautiful surroundings. Your challenge is avoiding emotional overindulgence or becoming too dependent on others' approval. Moon trine Jupiter. You possess natural emotional wisdom, optimism, and a generous heart. You have strong intuitive abilities and often receive emotional emotional support just when you need it most. You're emotionally expansive and help others see the bigger picture during difficult times. You find emotional security through learning, travel, and maintaining faith in life's goodness. Your challenge is avoiding emotional excess or becoming preachy about your optimistic worldview. Moon sextile Mercury. You have excellent emotional intelligence and the ability to communicate your feelings clearly and thoughtfully. You process emotions through talking and thinking, and you're skilled at helping others understand their own emotional patterns. You find emotional security through learning and communication. Your emotional and intellectual sides work together harmoniously. Moon trine Saturn. You have natural emotional maturity and stability. You're able to maintain emotional equilibrium even during difficult times, and others look to you for steady, reliable support. You find emotional security through structure, responsibility, and long-term commitments. You have a gift for helping others develop emotional self-discipline and resilience. Moon sextile Neptune. You have strong intuitive and psychic abilities with a natural connection to the spiritual dimensions of life. You're emotionally sensitive and compassionate with a gift for understanding others' unspoken needs. You need emotional security through spiritual practices, creative expression, and serving others. Your emotional life is deeply connected to your spiritual development. Challenging moon aspects, so emotional growth catalysts. Moon square sun. You experience internal tension between your emotional needs and your conscious identity. What you feel and what you think you should feel often conflicts. This creates complexity in your personality, but also gives you potential for great emotional depth and understanding. Your growth comes through integrating your emotional and rational sides rather than choosing one over the other. Moon opposite Mars. You have intense emotional energy that can manifest as mood swings, impulsiveness, or conflicts between your nurturing and assertive sides. You feel emotions powerfully and may struggle with anger or impatience. Your growth comes through learning to channel your emotional intensity constructively and find healthy outlets for your passionate nature. Moon square Saturn. This is one of the most challenging but ultimately rewarding moon aspects. You may have experienced emotional deprivation, criticism, or heavy responsibilities early in life that initially created feelings of inadequacy or depression. However, through facing these challenges, you develop extraordinary emotional strength, wisdom, and the ability to provide steady support for others going through difficult times. Moon square Pluto. You have incredible intense emotions and may experience emotional extremes throughout your life. You're drawn to emotional transformation and have the ability to help others heal from deep psychological wounds. Your emotional life involves themes of power, control, and regeneration. Your growth comes through learning to embrace emotional intensity without becoming destructive or manipulative. Moon opposite Jupiter. You may swing between emotional extremes from depression to manic enthusiasm or from stinginess to overgenerosity. You're learning to find emotional balance and to moderate your reactions to life's ups and downs. Your growth comes through developing realistic optimism and learning when to expand emotionally and when to contain. Moon square Mercury. You may experience conflicts between your emotional and rational minds, leading to communication problems or difficulty expressing feelings clearly. You might overthink your emotions or have trouble trusting your intuitive responses. Your growth comes through learning to honor both your emotional and intellectual intelligences and finding ways to communicate feelings effectively. Then there are special moon aspects, so moon conjunct north node. Your emotional development is crucial to your soul's evolution in this lifetime. You're here to develop specific emotional qualities related to your moon sign and share these gifts with others. Your emotional nature is closely tied to your life purpose and spiritual growth. Moon conjunct Chiron. You carry emotional wounds that, when healed, become your greatest source of wisdom and healing power for others. You may have experienced early emotional trauma or feeling different from others, but through your healing journey, you develop the ability to help others heal similar wounds. Understanding moon sign compatibility is crucial for creating harmonious relationships because the moon governs your emotional needs, instincts, and how you give and receive emotional nurturing. So, same element moon signs. Fire moons, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, understand each other's needs for excitement, independence, and emotional drama. Earth sign moons, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, share similar needs for security, routine, and practical expressions of caring. Air moons, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, connect through intellectual emotional processing and need for social interaction. Water moons, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, understand each other's emotional depth, intuition, and need for emotional merger. Then you get complementary elements combinations. So fire and air moons energize each other emotionally. Fire inspires air, air feeds fire's enthusiasm. Earth and water moons creates emotional stability. Earth grounds water's emotions, water nurtures Earth's practical nature. Challenging but growth producing combinations. So fire and water create steam, intense passion but potential for emotional volatility. Earth and air can struggle with different emotional pacing. Earth wants depth, air wants variety. Fire and earth may clash over emotional expression styles. Fire is immediate, earth is cautious. Water and air often miscommunicate. Water feels deeply, air thinks about feelings. The most harmonious moon combinations, so moon signs in the same elements or complementary elements. Moon signs that are sextiles 60 degrees or trine 120 degrees apart. Moon conjunctions can be intense but deeply understanding. Red flag moon combinations, so moon signs that are square 90 degrees apart, often struggle with incompatible emotional needs. Opposite moon signs, so 180 degrees, can either create perfect balance or constant tension. And when one person's moon is heavily afflicted by the other's challenging planets. So let's look beyond moon signs. Remember that moon compatibility is just one factor. Venus signs, so how you love, Mars signs, how you express passion, and the overall synastry between charts all matter. Sometimes challenging moon combinations create the most growth and the deepest eventual understanding. Understanding how the moon's monthly cycle affects you personally adds another layer for working with your lunar nature. The new moon and full moon each month create opportunities for emotional renewal and release. Just as you have a solar return each year, you experience a lunar return approximately every 28 days when the transiting moon returns to your natal moon's position. This is your personal emotional reset time, a period when you're most in tune with your authentic emotional needs and instincts. When the new moon occurs in your natal moon sign, once per year, it's like getting an emotional software update. This is the most powerful time for setting intentions related to your emotional well-being, home life, and inner security needs. When the full moon occurs in the sign opposite your natal moon, which is once per year, it illuminates what you need to release or integrate to achieve better emotional balance. This often brings relationships and emotional patterns into sharp focus. And then the moon phase you were born under. So the lunar phase you were born under also influences your emotional nature. So new moon babies are natural initiators with fresh, innovative emotional approaches. Waxing moon babies are natural builders who grow emotionally throughout life. Full moon babies are intense, relationship-focused, and emotionally expressive. And waning moon babies are natural healers who help others release emotional baggage. So what it looks like to work with daily moon transits. As the moon moves through different signs every 2 to 3 days, it activates different aspects of your emotional nature. When the moon is in harmonious signs to your natal moon, you feel more emotionally balanced. When it's in challenging signs, you might feel emotionally stirred up, but these times offer opportunities for growth. Understanding and honoring your lunar nature isn't just about emotional well-being. It's about creating the secure inner foundation that allows you to shine your sun's lights with confidence and pursue your deepest dreams with courage. Remember, your moon sign isn't about being emotional or weak. It's about emotional intelligence, intuitive wisdom, and the ability to create genuine security and comfort for yourself and others. When you honor your moon's needs, you're not being needy, you're being wise. So I want to hear from you in the comments. What's your moon sign and house position? Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.